friends, if you're wondering what I was doing right there, I took out about 1/2 inch of material on that timber, and the reason being right there in the middle is the pith. Went ahead and got it completely out of there. All right, friends, we're back out here at the mill today. Finally, I'm not sawed since my last video. Actually, had a lot of other things going on here I had to take care of. Had to get the garden ready. We're doing homeschooling now because the schools are closed. Just a lot going on here. But finally, back on the sawmill and finishing up this nice maple here. I flipped it over after I took that skim cut off the top of it to get rid of the pith. And the reason being, you want the widest point of your timber if you're doing slabs to be lined face down. That way you can catch the clamps. It works out better. If you have the narrow part on the bottom, you know, the wider part would come over on top of the clamps right here, and sometimes your saw head will crash into it. It's happened to me many a times, trust me. So the width that we're getting right now is about 24 inches. Now this is really good. These are 9-foot timbers. And if you missed the first video, go back and watch that one when I opened this one up for the first time. This is some really nice soft curly maple. We'll probably get about 3 slabs out of this and we'll be done with this one finally. I'm cutting these at right at 8/4, I think. Instead of doing 9/4, I did the first two right over here at 9/4. Actually, there's one that's 5/4 actually. That was a mistake I made right there, but it happens. I hit the wrong button on the AccuSet and didn't even pay attention until I started sawing into it. So on the sawmill, I got it set up for pattern cutting, which means it will cut the same pattern that you have set up all the way down, and your last piece of timber on the bed will be exactly what was on top of it. And that's a really good way of knowing what you're getting out of this. So sometimes when you saw down, you know, your last slab or your last board, sometimes it's not what you think. That's happened to me many times as well. And the reason we're not doing 9/4 is I thought I'd just change it up a little. You know, I don't have a lot of maple slabs here. I've not sawed maple in a long time. And some people may want to buy 8/4 instead of 9/4, so that's what we'll do. And it also works out, more importantly, for the thickness I have left. If I make 2 more cuts on this, I'll have 3 perfect slabs that are all 8/4. That's the other reason. Probably the biggest reason right there, I'd say. That way there's no waste left over. So let's make 2 more cuts here, guys, and open this up. We should have some nice figure hiding underneath this slab right here. Not much going on the top right here, but once we cut into it, we should reveal more of that nice grain that we saw in the last video. And when this one's done, we'll probably go ahead and start on this white oak over here, because I got a lot of white oak and some white pine over here ready to go. Alright guys, that went pretty good. 2 fast cuts there, got this timber finished. I would have preferred to have had an 055 blade on that sawmill. I was running an 045 and those blades are okay, it's a 7-degree blade, but the only thing they have trouble with is wide cuts like this. You do a wide cut with an 045 blade on a wide head sawmill, you're gonna have a lot of chatter in here, more than you would have with an 055 blade. I should have changed that out, but I went ahead and finished it up anyways before I started sawing part of it. So now, if I can flip this over, these things are heavy. My goodness, that's heavy. Well, that looks nice right there, really nice. This looks a lot similar to the last slab that we sawed in the first video on this log here. Let's pull this one off and knock the dust off of it and throw some water and see how we do. Now, I mentioned these things are heavy. My goodness, things are heavy. Get Bruno up here later to help me move these things around. All right, friends, look over the horrible condition on the face of this slab. That is not due to a tooth being out of set. That's just a blade trying to wander on you a little bit. That's what I was talking about. I wish I had a 55 blade on there instead of a 45. It would have cut a lot smoother on the top. Still not too bad though. You know, right in there looks pretty good. Just got a lot of blade marks on there, more than I like having on there. But after this slab gets run through the kiln at a planer, it won't matter anyways. 25 inches wide here on this maple, guys. 25 inches wide. That is a nice piece of timber right there. Got some nice figure right there in the middle coming up. A little bit of crotch figure going on. You can see those ripples right there really bad. Those thin blades, guys, they do not do good on wide cuts. I can't say that enough. But not too bad. We'll throw some water on it here and see if we can get those curls to come out. Highly unlikely. We might see them right in there. That'd be about it probably. See what happens.